Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on, everybody? What's going on, guys? Butterbar here. Welcome back to the channel, and I gotta say this real quick. Yeah, I've been dealing with a lot of family stuff recently. Past couple of days, a lot of family issues have been kind of going up there, and I've been trying to take care of my family, my wife, and my baby girl. So I do appreciate you guys kind of bearing with me. I know I haven't posted a video in the past couple of days, but I do appreciate you guys giving me some time to be with them, and now I'm trying to get back into making some videos. So let's get into today's topic, and the idea for today's video, I actually came from two different videos that I've seen recently. One is from Exclusive Ace, and another one is from Prestige is Key. Now, the Exclusive Ace one was talking about how, should Call of Duty wait? Should Call of Duty just focus on one Call of Duty for like maybe 2 or 3 years, and then another one release, giving it a little bit more time and a little bit more kind of play time and effort to one Call of Duty game at a time. You know, kind of like an example would be like Battlefield. Battlefield, 3 and 4, we're given like a couple of years. Even Battlefield 5 or even Battlefield 1, we're given several years of development, of giving it time to flourish, getting DLC out there, getting maps and stuff like that, and giving a lot of time to breathe as a game. And I think that's one thing that's really great about the Battlefield franchise is they continue to update their game, continue to push out new updates, new DLC and stuff like that. And that's actually really one thing that I want to talk about today when it comes to the Call of Duty franchise with Modern Warfare this year, as well as with Black Ops Cold War. Modern Warfare last year, but with Black Ops Cold War coming out here in the next week or two. And I want to just give you guys my opinion about what I think about what should happen with the franchise. Now, I know it's not going to go the way that I talk about my idea, but at least wanted to kind of throw this little tidbit of, my opinion out there and kind of let you guys know what I think, and I would love to know from you guys, what do you think? Now, with Prestige's Keys video, now this is a very interesting video that he did, and it was talking about World War II. Now, Call of Duty World War II, and Sledgehammer is the developers of that game, and they've actually made a double XP for not only weapon progression, rank progression, I can't remember exactly, I think it might have been zombies. I can't remember exactly what the other double XP or whatever that they have kind of going on right now, but Sledgehammer has now allowed that to be a permanent thing in that game, as well as to voting on different game modes for that. So even, well past the lifespan of World War II, Sledgehammer is still updating their game. I think this is actually one final update they're doing. I think that's the reason why they are doing the double XP, as well as these different game modes that they have selected. But Sledgehammer is still updating their game, and I mean, their game released, what, 2-3 years ago? And it's crazy to know that still to this day that they've focused a lot on that game, to where, I actually think World War II is actually a pretty damn good Call of Duty. Like, out of other Call of Duty games out there, I don't really see World War II as that negative of a Call of Duty game. That's just my opinion, but at least in the playtime that I had with World War II, I actually didn't think it was that damn bad. So I want to go into those two videos. I want to go into what Sledgehammer is doing with World War II and continuing to update that game. Well, I guess the one final update they did, but kind of gave a little bit of a, kind of like a send-off from the fans, and actually allowing the fans of Call of Duty, at least World War II, getting to pick the game modes of that. And then I also want to go into Exclusive Ace's idea of, should we have another Call of Duty game year after year? I don't know. Man, oh man. Let's get into this. Alright, so Exclusive Ace talking about how should the Call of Duty franchise kind of do what Battlefield does, where it continues to update a game and you don't really see a release year after year. Call of Duty is pretty much the Madden of first-person shooters. I mean, it's kind of apparent that's what they do. They push out these, cookie cutter year after year first-person shooter games with like few changes here and there. But the main focus of it is microtransactions, and they make billions off of microtransactions. Which is kind of funny to know. If you make billions of dollars off of microtransactions and your servers still suck, I think that's kind of an issue. But microtransactions is fueling the profits for the Call of Duty franchise right now, with kind of what's been going on with the cosmetic items you can buy in the market, and before that it was the supply drops and everything. And seeing that that's the one thing that's kind of the driving factor for how they're able to build money off of their product, of their Call of Duty product, what would be the issue with them being able to, hey, you know what, instead of actually creating a new game, we're actually going to continue to update our game, continue to change the game, but continue to push out microtransactions, since that's actually the big seller for a lot of these Call of Duty games. It's actually not game sales, it's cosmetics, which is kind of crazy and sad at the same time when it comes to the Call of Duty games, that microtransactions is the big seller, but a lot of people buy a lot of the microtransactions that they design and develop for the game. Now, to me, my personal opinion, I think that would be a really great idea if they were able to just kind of take a little bit of time. I understand there's like a 2-year cycle where Treyarch, Infinity Ward are the game designers. It was supposed to be like Sledgehammer and another company that was supposed to do it, but they got kicked out of Black Ops Cold War. But I really think that actually it would be a really great service to fans of Call of Duty games out there if they spent a little bit more time in developing and improving the game that they already have out instead of just 1 year. 1 year, they're not really doing a whole lot of improvements to it. And Modern Warfare is kind of the prime example. There's a lot of issues still in Modern Warfare that have not been addressed, from connection issues, weapon issues, perk issues, and all these other things out there, to where Modern Warfare could be really the best Call of Duty game out there, but because of the life cycle that they have with the way that they develop Call of Duty games, it's not going to reach its full potential. And that's kind of the thing that sucks, because if you think about Battlefield games, you know, Battlefield games didn't really reach its full potential, its full way of growing as a good game until there was more maps out there and more things out there to get people to get playing in that game. Now, I know they did DLC back differently, at least when it comes to Battlefield 4, to where now, you know, DLC, maps, and stuff like that always come out, but cosmetic items are the big seller and the big money maker for these games. Honestly, I see that. I really would love to see that they put a lot more focus on the game that is released. Modern Warfare, right now, 2019, hey, let's spend 2 years developing this game. Let's spend 2 years to continuing improving this game as it's out, because cosmetics are a big spender, they're a big buyer. You know what? We can spend a little bit more time focusing on improving our game, but they don't do that. And I really wish that wasn't the case. Black Ops Cold War is coming out in a couple of weeks now. We're hearing more rumors about that Warzone's not going to be available until December. There's going to be changes in the way the game goes on when it comes to Warzone's gameplay and game engine compared to Black Ops Cold War. It's just a real big mess, and you can definitely tell it's a huge mess kind of coming up for the release of this game. And it doesn't need to be like that. It does not need to be a mess, because if they actually took a little bit more time, focus on Modern Warfare, Treyarch would be able to, focus a little bit more on Black Ops Cold War before they get released, because Infinity Ward give, maybe 2 or 3 years, a little bit more time to make Modern Warfare flourish and to be a good game. It could make Black Ops Cold War really good if that was the case, but it's not. And it sucks. It sucks to know that, it's not going to be like that anymore. It's just, it's just like the Madden games, they throw a Madden game out there, then completely forget about, any service whatsoever to that game. Or even, I think what it is, they release like old Madden games. Like Madden games are like 2-3 years old. I think they eventually will shut down the server and you can never play them again. I don't know if that's just a rumor or whatnot. You guys might be able to correct me on that, but could you believe that? Could you believe that was the case for Call of Duty games? I know they keep most of these servers up for quite a long time, but could you imagine, you buy these Call of Duty games, and after 2 or 3 years, you can't play them because it's on to the next and the next and the next. Look, I think just giving a little bit of time, giving some breathing room for these Call of Duty games would actually help out the developers, but also, too, help build this game to be such a better game. Modern Warfare is not anywhere near to being a really great game, and it's an okay game, but it could be great. Same thing that goes with Black Ops Cold War. When that game gets released, if it just was spent 2 or 3 years on that game, just with that game alone, it could actually be a really good game. Or even more focus on developing that game could be a really great thing for it. But for some reason, we have just gone down this pathway of Activision just wanting to bust out every single game, every single year, with no real changes or improvements on the game that's already out, and just going on to the next one. So, to me, really, I honestly don't see that they actually give a damn about any of the Call of Duty games that gets released. I feel like they don't really give a damn about them, because the next game's going to be pushed out in a year. So, really, people are going to buy the game, people are going to buy the cosmetics, and then we're just going to be able to move on to the next game. And I wish it wasn't like that. I wish a little bit more focus was put into it. Now, I'm happy to see that Sledgehammer is continuing to update their game with this final update and giving double XP to players, but it didn't have to be like that. You could still continue to improve these games. You could still continue to improve these Call of Duty games. But for some reason, Activision just chooses not to do that and just wants to move on to the next one. And it's all about green. It's all about that money, man. not about improving the gaming experience that all of us players are kind of playing with. So, guys, I'd love to know from you guys. What do you guys think about this? What do you guys think about, you know, continuing on a year or two of a life for a Call of Duty game to where, you know, next year you're not waiting for the next release, and a year after that you're not waiting for the next release. You actually get a little bit of time to see some of the improvements that a current Call of Duty game has before maybe 2 or 3 later a new one comes out. So let me know in the comments below, guys. Have a great rest of the day, and I'll look forward to talking to you guys all next time.